What do you need to move price significantly to the upside? Does anybody know? You need hype. Hype is the biggest thing that will move price because, guys, we're still in a speculative era in the crypto market. That I think is eventually going to change. But right now, you need some sort of narrative. You need some sort of push forward. You need relevance. You need to be kind of making waves in the crypto space right as we're about to get exciting once again. And Cardano has done a very good job of doing that. In fact, this month, there are big launches coming. There are big discussions being had, and we need to talk about just a few of those in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Now, what I want to do here is I removed all my drawings from here. I know I have a lot that I tend to get beat up on, but when we look at the ADA chart on a monthly time frame, what we're actually seeing is pretty good progress. And what I mean by that is March was a green month. April was a green month. May has started off as a green month. Granted, it's May 1st. There's a lot of ways things can go here. But the last time ADA actually had 3 straight green months was all the way back in 2023. And that led us to obviously our pretty significant push into the early start of the bull market cycle. And our candles are showing we may be on the verge of that again. We had our inverted hammer candle back in March. We had almost a dragonfly doji candle here in April. It's a little bit wider than a doji candle, but nonetheless, we'll call it that. And so what we're seeing is steps forward, despite the market showing a little bit of wavering. All right. ADA has started to show some pretty incredible resilience compared to other assets in the space. And I think a big reason why that is because of all the different things that Cardano has going on. First of all, we know that May is a big month for Cardano. We have the unveiling of Bitcoin OS at the end of the month. That's taking place at Bitcoin Vegas. I'm hoping I can still go to that. It's not quite shaping up that way. The kids just have so many things going on, and now they have overlapping sports. It's so tough to get away when you have I don't want to say so many kids, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. I'm excited to see what this can do, and a lot of people I think are not realizing what this can do for Cardano. I've seen some people say, "Oh yeah, that's a big nothing burger," blah blah blah. You're talking about bringing in potentially billions of dollars in liquidity to the Cardano ecosystem. People say that won't pump ADA price. Guys, utilizing Cardano consensus will use ADA for settlement. Understand Cardano technicals. Understand how this works. We've done some videos talking about this. So yes, this is in fact a very big deal. When Cardano is mentioned in the same discussion as Bitcoin, guess what that creates? Relevance. It creates a discussion, something that a lot of people are paying attention to. And actually, when we're looking at ADA fundamentals in general, one thing we keep referring to is whales. Whales have just continued to buy and buy and buy, and they're building their position and they're building this strong floor. And this is, again, a big reason why ADA continues to perform well from a price standpoint. Understand, guys, the entire crypto market has been shit for months. That's the best way to describe it. Prices have been down. Sentiment has been horrible. But yet, despite that, ADA's kind of been bucking the trend. We've had some pumps. We've had some drops. It is what it is. But when you zoom out and you look at the overall structure, ADA's continuing to take steps forward. But we're not doing this just on a launch standpoint. We're not doing this just on a whale standpoint. We're still doing this on a development standpoint as well. In fact, when we look at the last year, go figure, Cardano has been the most developed blockchain in terms of development activity, has had the most development in terms of all blockchains in the crypto space. Go figure. Logging 21,000 plus GitHub commits just over the last year. Beat out Ethereum, beat out Internet Computer, Arbitrum. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know if I ever am. Polkadot, Stacks. You guys get the point, right? It just continues to dominate in all these different regards. And this is where I think things are very interesting because Cardano does have hype, right? We're obviously very excited about what can happen. We don't know what will happen, right? Understand that, Bitcoin OS could be a huge failure. Nobody knows, right? But when you talk about huge steps forward in the industry, from a technical standpoint, Cardano's doing it. It's with Hydra, it's become incredibly scalable. It's had 100% uptime. It's had perfect security, right? All these blockchain issues that you've seen throughout the space, Cardano's taking them head on and it's crushing it. And now we're talking about major steps in interoperability. Actually, just to show you guys, just to show you guys here too, what we're seeing on the monthly stochastic RSI, and I didn't even look at this, we're about to have a bullish cross on the monthly stochastic RSI in terms of ADA, and that's a pretty big deal because the last time we had this cross is right before ADA had a 215% month in November. All right, the prior time, go figure, it was October of 2023. That's right when we made significant steps forward. So on a fundamental level, on a chart level, on a development standpoint, on potential big integrations, I forgot to talk about, potential of RLUSD, potential partnership with Ripple, potential other major stable coins coming to the ecosystem, whether that's, some of the main ones we know, USDT, USDC, whatever it may be, or even possibly the one that's in development between Cardano and Hedera. I mean, there are so many things that right now could create these massive candles for ADA. Okay. Even as the rest of the crypto market is kind of hesitant to enter, and I'm specifically talking about all the money that's parked in USDT right now, which is still at about 5%. What do we think it's going to start flocking to when the times actually get good? First of all, historically speaking, it's shown us it tends to flow to ADA. ADA seems to see some of the highest inflows in the entire crypto market when the things are actually popping, right? But now that we have these developments, I lost my train of thought. Now that we have these developments and these steps forward, the potential, the potential for that is even larger. And I'm hoping that people are starting to connect the dots. This is why, even from a chart standpoint, it's tough to actually figure out how high ADA can get. Some people say, oh, it's capped at $3. Oh, it's capped at $5. It's capped at $6, whatever it may be. But frankly, with all the steps forward we have seen and are seeing, the top is kind of limitless. Obviously, there are limits because of overall market caps of crypto, but I hope you guys get the point. We could be at a point where we're going to see a significant surge in ADA dominance across the crypto space. We could break that long-term trend like we were talking about. Didn't know I was going this way, but let's just take a look at ADA dominance. I mean, when we look at our overall structure, right, this is what we're trying to do. We could see us break 4%. You could see us break this 5.7%, right? We don't know where things are headed, but you could be looking at a very different ADA and a very different Cardano by the end of this market cycle. And guys, I just want to point to the fact that we are seeing this pivot in the crypto space, right? Higher low in terms of search traffic, consistent search traffic increase over the last 6 days or so. So we're getting close to a pretty big boom across the space. And I would say that, Cardano's better positioned than ever. It's got enough hype to see it be one of the best performers in the crypto market in the short term. And in the long term, I guess. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.